I make my morning coffee and stand at the window, not checking my phone, not thinking about what's next, just watching the steam rise from my coffee mug and realizing this moment is enough. Outside, we have at least 4 inches of snow here in Michigan, but this is my simple life now. Not because I have less, not because I need less, but there's peace in knowing where everything is. Peace in having space instead of stuff. Peace in letting a day unfold instead of managing it. So this morning I thought I would make some pepper sauce. I had a bunch of peppers left over from the food hall. And instead of letting those go bad, I decided to make some pepper sauce. I put some carrots in there to lighten the heat. And there we have it. My pepper sauce is made. Ready for the next recipe, I decide. And today I decided I'd make some northern beans. I put some smoked turkey necks in the pot and let those cook up. I got my cans of northern beans from the food bank and rinsed those off and prepared those to go in the pot. And it's such a peaceful, slow day. I add my onions and I add my beans in, and I put my special seasonings in that I'm not going to tell you guys about. You have to go to Budget Wise Cooking to see the recipe. Then I decided I need to wash the dishes. So I got busy washing dishes and straightening up a little bit. You know, it's always good to wash dishes as you cook. That helps the kitchen stay clean. But in the winter time, it's just so nice to be able to stay in the house and not have to worry about going out there and braving the elements of the cold and the snow. And the light is so bright outside, and it's actually making the snow not seem so cold. I mean, I know it's cold, but with it being so bright inside, it's almost shocking to know that there's snow outside. But I'm bundled up. I got my little lounge pants on with the heavy material. And I'm just enjoying the fact that I can stay calm, stay in a slow motion so that I can get things done inside the house. The heater is running because I know it's cold outside, but outside the world is so quiet. There's hardly any cars going down the street. There's my driveway has not been shoveled because there's no car in it, and it's just a blanket of snow outside. But I move slowly on purpose. And I take my time washing the dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. One thing winter teaches you about is patience. Nothing blooms, nothing rushes, and somehow everything is still alive. Some people could call this boring, but I call it breathing room. There was a time when quiet scared me, when silence felt like something was missing. Now I understand. Silence is where I find myself again. So let's make some cornbread. And the way I make my cornbread, I don't want it like cake. I want it like cornbread. I want it rough. So the way I make it, it's going to be a little rough, but boy, does it taste good. And so you guys see my little special ingredient, which is the melting butter in my cast iron pan. Then I put my rough dough into the pan and spread it out. And when it comes out, it looks and tastes amazing. And there it is, my cornbread, all done and ready. So now I'll lower my beans down to a simmer and let those get all the flavors in there. And let those blend together and marinate. And while all that's going on, I think it's time for me to go outside. Bebe's waiting at the door. She knows I'm going out. She's sees me putting on my coat and boots, and it's like, oh, snow. I don't think I want to step out in that snow. She sees it, but she doesn't want to go out there in it. Neither do I, but I might be expecting a package from Amazon today, so I want to make sure they can get up to my steps. So I go out, shovel the snow. While I'm out there, one of my neighbors, she's out shoveling her snow, and we talked for a little bit. She said, anytime you don't feel like shoveling, just come knock on the door and I'll have one of the boys come over and shovel the snow for you. I said, that is so nice of you. Thank you so much. I said, but it's good for me to get out and do a little exercise. I said, I can't do too much, but at least I can shovel my walkway so I can get my Amazon packages. And we both had a laugh. And normally I do shovel, my front porch, but I got to step off and go all the way down and shovel the walkway so they can find their way up to the porch. But the snow is a beautiful thing, and I can't believe I used to actually work outside in the snow. I used to deliver mail, walking up and down the streets, putting mail in everybody's mailbox, putting those packages on their porch, running from dogs. Oh boy. I actually fell in the snow a couple of times when I was walking across somebody's grass because I didn't realize it was a slope in the grass, and when I stepped in I just fell into like a hole. That was funny. But I was a lot younger then, and none of that stuff bothered me. I would work all day and come home and take care of my kids and all that stuff. Now all I have to do is take care of myself, and I have to be very patient with myself too, because there's so much I want to do, but my body says there's only so much you can do, and then you got to sit down and take a break. So I did what I could outside and made little paths so you could see where you're stepping, so you don't go stepping off into Never Never Land. And all I'm thinking about is those beans and cornbread. So I'm going to hurry up and get a little walkway going here so you can see where the driveway is. You can see where the walkway is. And it's going to be time to eat in a minute because I'm actually hungry. It's about, I'd say, 1 p.m. And I've so far done a lot of things. And so now the last thing for me to do is enjoy my beans and cornbread. Look at there. Don't they look beautiful? I took some of the meat off of the bone and put it in my bowl. Oh my God, it smells delicious. It really does. And I'm going to put a little, maybe a tablespoon of my pepper sauce in my beans. And that's going to really make it taste good. Now for the cornbread. Here we go with this rough cornbread that I have made. And it's so good. Nothing was put in here extra except for the butter. That's just so I can get that rough cornbread texture. Because Jiffy Mix is like a cake. If you don't do anything to it, it's like eating cake. And I did not want to eat cake today. I wanted cornbread. So there it is. My meal. And boy, I could not wait to get it. Look at baby. She's sitting by the door. She likes being able to see outside. She's like, Mom, you're eating. What about me? And she's got food over there. She just wants to bother me. But that's my day today, you guys. And I hope you like, comment, subscribe to the video if you haven't subscribed before and you like the channel. And make sure you hype up the video to get it out there in the algorithm. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, whether it's snowing or sunny out or raining. But have a great day, and just remember, your life is whatever it is you want it to be. And my life is simple, and that's just how I like it.